Great Wednesday, everyone. Great Wednesday. It is February 21st. Wow, we are almost out of February. I am Dr. Tara T. Stallings, and it is Wisdom Wednesday. Yes, Wisdom Wednesday. Sorry, you guys, I'm coming on a little late. I had a little bit of technical difficulties. But great. We are here. We are here. We are here. So here on Wisdom Wednesday, I share nuggets of wisdom regarding every aspect of life that will educate, empower, and inspire you to your next level of greatness. Yes, so go ahead and like and share in life. Like, share, or join me here on whatever platform you are joining me from: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, every Wednesday, noon Eastern Standard Time. So today I want to share a little bit. I want to talk. I won't be here long, but it's all about you. If you don't know who I am, let me give you just a prelude for my TikTok listeners. I am a counseling coach. I am a author, a transitional speaker, motivator, a lot of other things. So I come on and I share wisdom nuggets every Wednesday, and I call it Wisdom Wednesday. So I want to share, I'll get to my comments so that I can see my comments today. It's all about you. It's all about you. Throughout life, we're introduced and informed, enlightened to oracles, books, and inspirational individuals that provide information, knowledge, wisdom, that if we implement these things in our life, it changes the perspective, progression, and trajectory of your life. In the past, I've shared, if you listen to me any length of time, I've shared from Miguel Ruiz, the 4 Agreements. And I was sharing, I had an event a couple of weekends ago. I was sharing that with a group of women. And I thought I would come back on today and just reiterate these 4 agreements. And I want to reiterate these 4 agreements because we have this information. Sometimes we don't. And if you don't know, I'm biblically based. The Word of God says, with all you're getting, get an understanding. We get a lot of wisdom, we get a lot of knowledge, we get a lot of information, but we don't get understanding so that we can implement that wisdom and that knowledge and that information. So Miguel Ruiz's book, The 4 Agreements, is 4 things that he highlights in that book that we should be agreeing for ourselves in our lives. This is not something that you agree with someone else. This is the 4 agreements that you should implement. 4 agreements that you need to agree with for yourself. And the one is be impeccable with your words. Be impeccable with your words. Let your words and your behavior line up. Let your words and your behavior line up. Be a person that reflects what they say. Now, we've already know this one agreement because we're taught in life a man's word is his bond. If you've never heard that, you might be a little kid that's never heard that. But all throughout my life, I was taught a man's word is his bond. And we get that from Numbers 30:2. If a man makes a vow, to the Lord, or swears on an oath to bind himself to a pledge, he shall not break or profane his word. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. If you say it, do it. That's what it means. Be impeccable with your words. If you want to be successful in this life, in your marriage, in your job, as a person, in relationships, whatever you do, if you make these simple four agreements, they will translate in any other area of your life, and you will become successful just for yourself. Be impeccable with your words. Let your behaviors line up with your words to the best of your abilities. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Just simple as that. If you say you're going to be on time, if you say you're going to do something, just do it. Just do it. Nike says just do it. Just be impeccable with your words. 2, stop taking things personally. Oh my goodness, stop taking things personally. Stop thinking that it's all about you. What we do is we think that it's all about you. Stop taking things personally. What I've learned and what I've been taught in life is don't wear your emotions on your sleeve. Stop taking things personally. Don't think that everything is about you. What somebody said, what somebody didn't say. That it's about you. People have their own issues. And a lot of times when people say something, when people do something, they're not even thinking about you. They're thinking about something else, and we take it personally. We take it personally. That nasty cashier, that nasty person in drive-through, it's not about you. It's about them having a bad day. And we take it personally and we go off. Listen, stop taking things personally. Don't wear your feelings on your sleeves. Number 4 is that out of the 4 agreements, it says stop making assumptions. If I can just stay there for a minute. If we stop making assumptions, most people have anxiety, depression. They create, because they have assumptions, and they create a negative narrative. It's okay to have an assumption if you're going to make it positive. But most of the time, people make negative assumptions. And guess what? They make those negative assumptions and they create a whole movie, a whole narrative over things that they have no facts, they have nothing to base their assumptions on. And when they make those assumptions, it causes anxiety, anxious thoughts. Listen, and they create a whole, like I said, they create an entire narrative over their imagination. It's not real. Stop assuming. Stop assuming. I tell people, don't assume, ask. If you just ask a question and stop assuming and create a whole narrative, the new word is people playing in my face. How do you know somebody's playing in your face? How do you know that? You assume that they're playing in your face. And if they are playing in your face, won't you ask them? Ask them, what's going on? Because it's probably not about you. It's probably about them. Number 4. Oh my gosh. Always do your best. If you do your best in everything that you do, if you give your 100% in everything that you do, whether it's cooking, cleaning, relationships, work, friendships, whatever it is, give your best. Do your best. If you do those 4 things, do your best. It says, and I use Colossians 3:23. It says, listen. It says that we have been taught whatever we may take as a task, work toward it with your whole heart from your soul, as something that's being done to the Lord and not to man. If we just give our 100%, do it, do right, do the 100%, do it like you're doing it from your heart, like you're doing it unto God. 100%. If we keep those 4 agreements, if we make those 4 agreements in our life to ourselves, how much more productive peace what you have in your life. It's all about you. You are the captain of your life. It's totally your responsibility. Your responsibility on what and who you let navigate your life. It's all about you. It's your responsibility. Stop making excuses, being lazy, blaming other people about your life. You will not, will not obtain or acquire things in life, your lifestyle, happiness, peace, joy, or things that you just wanted that you desire if you continue to dwell on the past, your past mistakes, your past traumas, your negative experiences. Listen, your past is a prison that keeps you a prisoner, and it prevents you from having the fullness of your future. Your past is a prisoner that you keep yourself in because you have the key. You're in a prison that you have the key to, and you refuse to open and unlock the door. Listen, make these 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your words. Stop wearing your emotions. Stop taking things personally. Don't wear your emotions, your feelings on your sleeve. Stop making assumptions. And when you do something, do your 100%. If you just make that first agreement, if you make the first agreement, which is be impeccable with your words, if you just do what you say you're going to do, if you just make that one, everything else will really line up. Well, I mean, you stop taking things personally. But if you be impeccable with your words, well, if you do really 1 and 3, stop assuming, because we create these narratives in our life that's always negative, always negative, always negative. If you change, you will change. I'm going to say that again because it's not difficult. If you change, if you make a decision to change the way you think, the way you behave, if you decide to change, because again, you are the captain of your life. You decide what or whom you will use to help navigate it. If your past is navigating, if you allow your past to navigate you, your past hurt, pain, mistakes, you're not gonna get the fullness of your future. It's just not gonna happen. Just not going to happen. This is Wisdom Wednesday, and this is your Wisdom Wednesday weapon. I am Dr. Tara T. Stallings. Remember to join me every Wednesday, noon Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and follow and like. Saturday is Let's Talk Tara podcast, and I have a special guest. If you have not been following me, we're going to be talking about the disparities of Black women in health, and she's going to share her story with her, and it's a life-changing story because this young lady died and came back. And she's going to share her story and her experience in the healthcare. So make sure you tune in Saturday for Let's Talk Tara podcast at 1 a.m. I'll be live on all platforms, especially YouTube. Thank you guys, and I will see you on Saturday.